Good morning. We are continuing to look at integers, so positive and negative numbers, and I'm going to demonstrate this with a person who is doing their epic challenge for the week for Monroe Academy. So this week's epic challenge, optional epic challenge, was to do something crazy at home and send in a video or a picture. So this girl, let's call her Sally, decided that she would like to use some helium balloons to float up in the sky a little bit, kind of like the movie Up. So she gets some helium balloons, and she doesn't know this, but each balloon that she takes is going to move her up 3 meters. Okay, so she takes these. Did I say 3 meters? Each one goes up 1 meter. So she goes up 1, 2, 3 meters. So if she's at 0, sea level, so she's at sea level, even though she's on the ground, that's what we call ground that is in line with the sea, then she is going to go up 3. So this is like going plus 3. So she's at 0 plus 3. So that's going to equal 3. So we've got to move her up here. So her feet will be in line with 3. Okay. She's up 3 meters in the air now, and her balloons went with her. Okay, so she's a little scared. She does not really like being up that high, but thankfully she has some sandbags that her friend down here must throw up to her or something. I don't know. Okay, so she has a sandbag. So every sandbag that she uses will bring her down 1 meter, and that would be -1. So she puts on the sandbag, and now she's going to go down. So she was at 3, positive 3, so she's going down 1, so -1, which will equal 2. So let's move her down to 2 meters above sea level. She's still got her things here, her balloons and her sandbag. Okay, and then she thinks, this is still a little too high. Maybe I should go a little lower. So instead of just going one at a time, she decides to get 3 more sandbags. Okay, she's really good at catching. They throw them up to her friend, and she catches them all. Okay, so she's got 3 more sandbags. So that means she's going to drop 3 meters down. So she's at 2 meters, and she's going to go down 3 meters. How can you have 2 minus 3? Let's look at that. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, she's going to be at -1 meters sea level. So she's going to be under the ground here. So in some cases, there are lots of cities that actually are below sea level, and that's why they flood so often, is because they're so low. And other places are really high above sea level, so they sometimes people get altitude sickness. Anyway, in this case, her ground is on sea level, but she doesn't know this, but she's about to crash through an old crop pit, an old mining pit. Okay, so she's going down 3 meters. So 1, 2, 3. So she's still above ground, but she crashed through the ground a little bit. So there used to be a lot of pits in city mines and on the north side where people would dig little mines in their own backyard to get coal illegally, and sometimes they're covered over, or you're not at the hole and you could fall through. So that's what has happened to her. She's fallen through the ground a little bit. Okay, she doesn't like having her feet down in the ground here, so she decides to go. There's some coal. She decides to go back up. So she's gonna go, let's see, how many balloons has she used? Just 3. So why don't we try 2 more balloons? Okay, so now, so as I said, she's at -1. Now she's at -1, and she's going to go up 2 meters. So if we added 2, from -1 we'd go 1, 2. She'll be at 1 meter above sea level. Okay, so let's move her legs up there. Floating up. Whee! Uh-oh. She's getting a little like, I don't know if you can see her very well, but her head's tilting a bit. I hope her head doesn't fall off her neck. It's not overly well made. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she was at -1, but she went up 2 meters. Now she's at +1. Okay, then she starts looking down and she starts thinking, there's some coal down there. Maybe I could get some coal and save on some heating. So she is going to go down. Let's see. Let's just go for it. She has 4 more sandbags. She's just gonna go down 4. Okay, I'm gonna erase this. So we're at 1. And she's going to go down 4 meters. So 1 minus 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so she'll be at -3. Uh-oh, her head did fall off. Okay. 1 minus 4, -3. So she just crashes right down with the weight of these sandbags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She still has her balloons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so she was at 1 meter above sea level. Now she's down 1, 2, 3, 4. She went down 4, down to -3 meters below sea level. Okay, so she's going to gather up some coal here. She's going to take that with her. Take it home and burn it if she gets cold. Okay, now she's tired of being there, so she's going to float back up a little bit. So let's move her up. She has 3 balloons left, so let's see where she can get to with that. So she's at -3, and we'll go up 3. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, she's back on the ground. Perfect. So here's her balloons. Her sandbags. Okay, so she was at -3, and we added, what did we add? 3, I think, and then we got to 0. So -3, 1, 2, 3, back to 0 meters. She's on sea level. So I hope that gives you a little more understanding about positive and negative numbers and how you could have a negative number. Negative number can sometimes just be in relationship to something else. So, and also, even though -5 is a bigger number than 1, but -5 is a smaller number than 1 because it's all in relationship to the 0. So 5 is further away from 0, so that makes it a smaller number. If 6 is the biggest number here, because of how far it is away from 0 up in this direction, -5 is the lowest number here because it's so far away from 0 negatively down. Okay, so thanks for watching.